Hello YouTube, this is Ride Time UK and you're watching a two-part video unboxing and installation and ride test and review of the new motorcycle helmet Bluetooth camera and communication system from Sena, the didnt. In this video I'll just unbox it and give my first impressions, describe the features so you know what you're getting for your money, and in my next video I'll demonstrate how to properly fit the didnt to your helmet. Click on the annotation on the screen now to skip to the didnt installation video. And in my third video, I'll do a full road ride review, taken out for a real world test, filming in varying conditions, lighting and speeds, exploring the features and experiencing what it's really like to use. Click on the annotation on the screen now to skip to the full road ride review. This is the first device of its kind in the world. Mine has only just arrived and I think it's a long needed addition to the Sena lineup. This is the successor to Sena's current flagship model, the 20S, and combines the styling of the 20S, the comms features of the SMH10 and the compact Bluetooth video capabilities of the Sena Prism Action Cam. I think if the 20S and the Prism had a baby together, this is probably what it would look like. In terms of features, it's not quite a 20S. It does have Bluetooth 4.1 LE low energy just like the 20S. It has smart audio mix which allows you to mix your voice and your music or both into your videos as you record, which is probably a very handy feature for motovloggers. Advanced noise control, unibody design, full 1080p HD videos at 30 frames per second. It does also do 60 frames per second at 720p. Universal intercom, so it will work with headsets from other manufacturers. Music sharing, allowing one phone to play music across multiple headsets if you're riding in a group. 30-degree lens rotation. 1.6 kilometer or 1 mile range between devices, which is a bit less than the 20S's 2 kilometer range, but a bit more than the 1 kilometer that the SMH10, which I'm currently using, offers. FM radio like the 20S, jog dial like the 20S and SMH10. Unlike the 20S, this only has 4-way intercom instead of 8-way, so more like the SMH10 in that regard. Voice prompt and use while charging. Now this one is going to be very important, especially when you consider the fact that when you're recording video, your battery life is literally going to be about 1.5 hours. Now, without any further ado, let's get on to the main event. There's only one reason why you're all here. Here we go. Not much to that at all. Now, the main event. There it is. Let's get this bad boy out. Nice rubberized grip, rear mounting bracket, fixed aerial, and a little soft rubber lens cap to protect the lens while you're not recording. There it is. You've got your 30-degree rotating lens as well. Because of the way helmets curve inwards at the bottom, if this was mounted on the side of your helmet, this was most likely gonna go like this when fixed. That will allow you to rotate the lens so you're still recording an upright video even though your device is mounted like that. You've got your camera button, jog dial, phone button. This port is where your speakers and microphone will plug into. Underneath this waterproof seal we have a micro USB for charging and firmware updates. And this is new. A micro HDMI TV out port, allowing you to plug straight into a TV without the need for a computer. And here we have a micro SD card slot. The didnt takes up to a 32GB card, which will give you just over 300 minutes of HD video. It doesn't come with one, so you will have to buy your own. Given that this records in HD and it allows you to take photos at the same time, and it can have multiple audio streams going into each video, and it doesn't have any of its own onboard memory, my recommendation is that when you do buy your own micro SD card, that you get no less than class 6. That will allow data to be written onto the memory card at a rate that is fast enough that will allow the HD video, 60 frames per second, multiple streams of audio, and allow you to take photos while you're recording your video all at the same time without losing any frame rates, because the memory card doesn't allow you to write that much that fast. Okay, let's see what else is in the box. You've got your manual, of course, quick start guide, warranty information, and what looks like a quick instruction guide for basic functions. And we have a micro USB cable for your PC charging and firmware updates. Headphone sponges that go on top, and I believe these go behind the headphones to raise them up. If you have a lot of space between the edge of your helmet and your ears, you can put these sponges on the back of them, and it helps push the speakers closer to your ears. That's a nice feature. 12 volt cigarette lighter charger cable. This will be vital for charging on the go if your bike's fitted with a cigarette lighter. Boom microphone. This is the one I will be using. I've got a modular flip-up helmet, and if you roll with an open face helmet, this will be the one you roll with as well. And if you use a regular full face helmet, you'll be using the compact wired microphone. More about that later. The speaker and the main wiring set. This is the bit that plugs into the 10C, and your microphone will go in there. More speaker sponges for the back. A sticky helmet mount. It's curved, and I think that holds the boom microphone in place. The Allen key wrench for the other bracket is in here too. You have your main clamp helmet bracket, which is tightened by Allen keys. This is the one I shall be using. That is the one I currently use on my SMH10 as well. Stay tuned and I'll demonstrate installation onto my helmet later. And microphone sponges and velcro bits for sticking your speakers and your microphone to the inside of your helmet. There we go. In typical Sena fashion, they have included a lot in the box. Okay, first impressions are, honestly, this looks and feels nice. Let's compare it to the SMH10 side by side. It does weigh a bit more. It's not that much bigger despite all the new features, but if anything, it might even be thinner. Yeah. At the SMH10's widest point, it is quite a bit wider than the 10C's widest point. The 10C actually has the same width the entire way through as opposed to SMH10, which has this big bulge on the jog dial. And in terms of the length, it's actually the same. It's literally just the antenna and the camera lens that pokes out and makes the difference. The center with the LED is smooth sparkly plastic, and the black bits have a very soft rubberized grippy material. Same on the jog dial. Center button's plastic. Unlike the SMH10, which clicks into the helmet with a single action clamp with the contacts on the back, allowing you to just connect and clamp. There you go, hassle free. No wires, no fiddling about. So easy you could do it with the helmet on and with gloves. Now Sena seems to have broken away from that design by having to have you unplug the speaker wires from the device and replug it every time you remove or add the 10C to your helmet, as opposed to having the contacts on the back like they did with the SMH10. I don't know why they would have gone down that route, especially considering the fact that being a camera, you're going to be taking it off a lot more than you would the SMH10. The SMH10 I probably only ever removed once every 10 days or so to charge. However, I can imagine removing this thing daily to check my footage, and especially to charge. If you're planning on using it as a camera while you're riding and not just deactivating video and using it for audio only, which I expect most of you will be using the video function, else you would have bought it, then you are definitely gonna have to remove this thing every single day to charge it. That is without a doubt. Alright, now that's enough of that. Let's get straight to the fitting. I'm going to install this onto a front flip face modular helmet, so click on the annotation on the screen now to skip to that video. I've just got my SMH10 wired up to it, so I'm just going to unwire that before we make a start. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it around on any social media. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.